What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Notorious, and today we're back with something a little different, bruh. I'm gonna do my first story time today. So, I want to tell y'all about my last fist fight, I guess you can say, or school fight that I ever had. Now I say fist fight because it was basically out of school. So basically, me and this dude, we were real cool, man. We were, I won't say best friends, but we was real cool. Like, we were good friends. So, basically what happened was that me and him was always fighting. Like, always fighting. I'm not talking about, like, play fighting. I mean, like, yeah, sometimes they'll be around, but no, bruh. This was, like, straight going ham at each other. And I was about, what, 13 at the time? Yeah, I was about 13, 8th grade, yeah. I was about 13 at the time. Dude was about 15. He was in the 10th grade. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Back then, bruh, like back in like middle school, man, I was always fighting. I'm not saying I was a bad kid or whatever, but I'm saying like, bruh, I was always fighting. Like, always. But it was for good reason. I know that sounds stupid, and I'm not telling y'all or anybody else who's watching this to go ahead and just go start fights whenever you feel like it. I'm not saying that. But just know your boy had to protect himself, man. Yeah, bro, like, it was just so much stuff going on, man. And one day, my other homeboy came down to my house early in the morning because, like, we usually take the bus in the morning, like the school bus or whatever, because they come and pick us up. And it was a middle school bus and it was a high school bus. And the dude that I was gonna fight was already on the high school bus. So he was already headed off to school. Our middle school bus came later. But yeah, so as me and my cousin Lucky or whatever, that y'all actually met him, me and him was actually getting ready for school one morning. And then as we ready or whatever, and we coming down the steps to, you know, head out the front door, my homeboy sitting right there. And I'm like, bro, what's good? He was like, nothing much, bro, I'm just waiting on y'all. Hey, did you hear about I ain't gonna say no names in this video. He was like, you hear about old boy? I'm like, wait, what you mean? He was like, bro, he talking about he gonna hurt your family, kill your family, and he gonna burn down your house and everything. And I'm just like, oh, for real? And then he's like, did y'all hear a big old boom at the door? And I was just like, yeah, because honestly, like, I did hear something. And my mom and my stepdad and my cousin was all wondering like what it was. But we didn't know what it was. So he was like, did y'all hear a big boom? And we was like, yeah, bro, what was that? He was like, yeah, that was him kicking on y'all door. I'm just like, why is he still beefing or whatever? Because actually me and him did have a fight about a month ago, before all this happened, about a month or so. And let's just say your boy got hands. So, so I was like, oh, for real? So that's how you feeling? I was like, all right, bet. So I go to school, all day in school, man. I'm not really focused on my work, bro. People ask me like, hey, you good? You good? I'm like, bro, yeah, I'm good, bro. Just leave me alone today, bro. You know, I was just on some mean crap that day, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna front. And they kept asking me, so I finally told them like, what's going on, bro? And people was like, oh shit, Amani's about to fight again. Everybody already knew, bro. I was the fighter. You feel me? I was the fighter. Like I said, man, back in middle school, I was always fighting, bro. The end of the school days ends or whatever. I get off the bus and I went to go put my stuff in my house real quick, like my book bag and school books and all that, you know. And I came back up to the bus stop because his bus was coming up after mine. So I got back up there, waited for about another 15 to 30 minutes on him. And he got off the bus, bruh, and like I was fresh to death that day. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I had on like I was looking like I just came out of the army or something. Like I had on like some cargo pants with some boots, bruh. I think they were like a greenish type. Just know it was fresh, okay? It might not sound as good, but it was fresh. Then I had on like a plain white t-shirt, bro. I was just fresh, bro. Like I ain't even gonna front, bro. I couldn't really dress as much back then, but that day, hey, I was killing it, bro. But yeah, bro. So he got off the bus, and he was like, "What's good, nigga?" And I was like, "Bro, what's good with all that crap this morning and all this talking about you gonna do this and do that, bro? What's good with that?" And everybody that got off the bus with him just looked at me like they just looking back and forth, man. Y'all already know how kids are. I mean, if you a teenager or a middle schooler or somewhere around there, bro, y'all already know how it is. When people about to fight, man, everybody just saw what they doing and just look. So, you know, some people was paying attention, some people just kept it moving. And one of my homeboys, he actually recorded the fight. I actually still have the fight. I'm not gonna show it because, you know, it's against, I guess, YouTube policy or whatever, and you're not supposed to show fights. And I think it's on my mom's old laptop. But anyway, whatever. So I was like, "Hey, bro, what's up with all that stuff that you was talking this morning?" And like, I really didn't want to fight him, bro, because I already fought him so many times and it's just getting tiring. Like, after you fight with the same person so many times, bro, it gets tiring. Especially if you already know you're gonna win. I'm just saying. I'm not throwing any shade out to anybody, but I'm just saying. And he freaking took off his book bag and then he was just like, "Boot up then." See, now I'm from the South, man. So if y'all don't know what boot up mean, that basically mean that you about to fight. Like, nigga, let's go. We about to fight. But yeah, bro, I was like, nah, forget that. We're gonna take this up the hill because I lived in an apartment complex that had hills and everything. Yes, it was dumb, but it was nice. But I was like, nah, let's take this up the hill because the lady right here on the corner will actually go ahead and call the cops and all that, and I'm not trying to get in trouble today. So we walking up the hill or whatever. He got on his book bag or whatever, and my cousin, bro, he was so small, bro. He was like 85 pounds at this time in the 7th grade, bro. Super short dude. But nah, bro, we was all walking up the hill or whatever to where like nobody couldn't really see us. And one of my homeboys actually came with us and he recorded it. Not the one that was on the porch, but another one. So it was just basically the 4 of us up there. And I'm basically sitting there with my hands folded. And this dude starts to take off his shirt. And bruh, like, I understand that like y'all like to take off y'all shirts during fights, but man, that ain't me. I mean, honestly, bruh, like, I can't do that, bro. But I'm just saying, like, personally, bro, I can't fight another dude with my shirt off, bro. Like, just me wrapped up around another dude with my shirt. That just ain't right. No, it just ain't right. So he takes off his shirt or whatever, and I'm sitting there with my hands folded. My cousin and the dude is over there on the side. Dude is recording, and he knows it. Dude is recording. My cousin's sitting over there by the mailboxes looking like he a bodyguard, and I'm just thinking like, the fuck his little ass gonna do? But nah, man, my little cousin, man, we always got each other back though. I ain't gonna lie about that. Basically, dude was like, "So what you gonna do then?" And me, I'm just like, bruh, for real, I ain't been in the mood for fighting, man. I just want to talk to you, bruh, and ask you why you doing all that. He said, "Nigga, cause I can, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it." I ain't gonna lie, bruh. Hey, I didn't have thick skin back then. I mean, like, I'll let anything get to me basically back then. I mean, like, my skin has gotten thicker over the years, you know, but like when he said that, I was just like, then what's up then? And then this dude this dude came up in my face, took his foot and drew a line across like my foot, like from my foot. All right, basically this is me, this is him. He came up and drew a line across my foot and said, "Cross that line." I'm like, bruh, I told you, man, I'm not trying to fight you, bruh. I just want to ask you a question. He said, Well, I'll cross the line. I'm like, bro, you better move back out my face. He said, what the F you gonna do about it? And this nigga pushed me. And I pushed him back. And when he went back, like he went back, because I did a lot of sports when I was younger. So I was like, I was short, but I was super strong. And when he came back, he tried to swing at me. And then, of course, that's when the fight started. So when he swung at me, I ducked down, picked him up, slammed him.
But then Batista shows up.
Bro, we just going at it. He on the ground, I'm on top, just going at it. They kept saying that he was throwing hella blows at me, bro, but I couldn't feel shit. I black out too easily. I ain't even gonna front. I ain't feel nothing. Like this whole time he punching me, I'm punching him. Like we just going at it. I got up or whatever because he tried to slither out. So I got up, pulled him back towards me. Like, bro, it was just brutal. It was brutal. Got back on him and started going at it again. And I hear my cousin and my homeboy saying, let him up, let him up. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, all right, bet. So I was like, I put him in like this type of move that I learned in wrestling. And like, I was still wrestling at the time too, so that really helped me out too. Especially like if somebody grabbed me, you know, blah, 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 whatever. But I put him in this type of move where like this dude is like this, and I'm on, pause, I know this don't sound wrong. I was on top of him, grabbing him like, basically, he was like this, and I'm on top of my head is facing this way. And I'm holding him.
Gay!
I'm like, bruh, I'm gonna let you go, bruh. If you get up and swing on me, bruh, it's over. And he was like, and then he did something like, he started growling. I was like, what the fuck? Why you growling? So this nigga started growling, bruh, and tried to push me up. But he couldn't do it, bro. I was just, I had him locked down. So I was like holding him down or whatever, and he was growling or whatever, trying to push me up. I was like, bro, I'm gonna let you up, bro, but you better chill. And then like I had like kneed him in the head or whatever, or I punched. I either kneed him in the head or punched him in the face. I couldn't remember what I did. All I know is that shit was smooth. That's all I can say. Then I like released him, let him up. I'm still on the ground or whatever. This dude is like I'm still on the ground. This dude is standing up over me, punching me in my face. Remind you, I couldn't feel nothing. And this punch, boy, this punch killed everything. When he's freaking, while he's freaking punching at me, bruh, I like grab him by the throat. While like I'm still on the ground, I grab him by the throat real quick. Got up. Bow! I'm like they got it all on camera too. All you saw was his blood flying everywhere. Ground, mailbox, everywhere. Like it's just gone. His mouth was bleeding like super hard. But I ain't even gonna lie, man. That fight, I'ma say it's my worst fight. That's why like after that fight, bruh, I never wanted to fight again because like of what I put him through. Dude, okay, so what I didn't know is that like when I connected, I like connected like right here to where his chin came up and clamped down on his tongue. Because dude actually bites on his tongue while he was fighting. Which I don't know who does that, but he bites down while fighting. So when I connected, his tongue got split in half. And that's, I don't ask any of y'all to go ahead and fight and hurt others, man, but that fight was crazy. Like, it was just bad all around. And I felt bad afterwards. Then after that last punch, I also messed up my pinky. And that was like my second or third time messing up my pinky in a fight. Like, I heard it crack. Like, it just, like the whole knuckle got messed up. And it was just bad, man. After I punched him, bro, I just said, I'm done. And I just walked off. And my cousin followed me or whatever. And next thing I know, me and my cousin down at the house or whatever. Parents are already gone or whatever. They still at work. So me and my cousin down at the crib, and we just chilling, and I'm just like calming myself down. My homeboy that was actually recording took the dude into his house or whatever, and dude was still bleeding everywhere, like trail of blood everywhere. And he took him into his house so he can rinse out his mouth, because like I said, there was a lot of blood in his mouth. He said that he spit all in his sink and everything, and like everything was just bloody. His whole sink was just bloody, just straight blood. And about 20 minutes later or so, I hear a knock at the door, and it was dude. It was the dude I just fought, and his sister actually. She was like, "Where's your mom at?" I said, "She gone. She ain't even here. She at work." And she was like, She's like, "Well, why did y'all fight?" And I told her the whole story, and she was like, "Well, somebody gotta pay his medical bills." We didn't pay his medical bills. He got everything situated or whatever. Me and him cool now. To this day, we cool. I felt so bad because once I seen him, it was just, I can't believe I did that. And dude had like big old gash across his chest, because I think I also drug him on his stomach as well. So dude had a big old gash across his chest, both of his eyes blacked out, nose busted, what else? Oh, marks under his neck. Like he was just messed up. On his back, straight bloodied up. She told him to open up his mouth, and that's when I saw the split tongue, man. And honestly, man, I felt bad. I really did feel bad about it. Thing that was crazy was when they was leaving my porch, my mom and my stepdad was pulling up in the car. And like my mom, she never like got mad at me for fighting. She never got mad at me, because at least I knew how to defend myself. And like I was never the one to try and start fights, you know. I was always the one to, you know, just wait. Like, yeah, I'll say some words, but usually, bruh, I don't really try and start fights. So, you know, I was never really in trouble for fighting. As they pulled up, the girl, well, the sister and old dude was actually leaving. And when my mom and dad pulled up, they just saw them walking off, and they got out of the car, and I just hear my mom like, "What the hell is going on?" And I'm sorry, y'all. My stepdad, oh my goodness, bruh. My stepdad is crazy, bro. Like, he has a huge sense of humor. When he saw dude, he tried so hard not to laugh, man. When I promise you, when he got in the house, it was all bad. But he was just like, this is what I heard come from my dad. He was like, "Damn, who fucked your shit up? Who did that shit?" Like, damn, bro, they done fucked your ass up. Remind you, dude is only 15. My dad was like, I think he was like 30, he was 30 something at the time. But, bro, it was just bad, man. And then they told them the story or whatever. I just went upstairs like I ain't even see my mom and them drive up, bro. I went upstairs or whatever. They came in. My mom was like, "Why'd you do that to that boy?" And I told her the whole story. And then she's like, "Damn, boy, you fucked him up." Like, it was just bad, bro. It was just bad. And then my dad was like, "My nigga, that's what I'm talking about, nigga. Hey, you fucked that nigga up." But bro, like, my stepdad was like so fucking happy, bro. Like, it didn't make no sense. My mom was a little upset because of the whole we have to pay the bills situation, but we didn't. The whole video got all over the high school. I was in middle school, he was still in high school. So the whole video the next day got into the high school and went viral. Like, not internet status, I don't think, but I know that thing went viral, bro. And the only reason how it went viral is because the dude that was recording, he was in middle school like me, but his brother was in high school. And his brother was one of the popular kids. So it was bad after that. So I can just imagine how it was for dude when he went back to school, man. But I know when I first started high school, all the older niggas was fucking with me like strong, like everybody, and they already knew not to mess with me in that way. But yeah, guys, that's the end of my story time, man. I'm not saying that any of you should go out and just start fighting, man, and I'm not condoning, you know, violence. This is just a story time, man. If that's how it was for me, man. But I want to do more story time videos, man. So y'all go ahead and hit me up on my social media websites, and you can also hit me up in the comments because I do read those. So, you know, y'all can hit me up anywhere, man. And my social media be in the link down below. But yeah, man, I'm out. Peace. Keep the mama at the door, nigga. You don't really wanna see a nigga just go out. I will make